This is Pulse 95.
Pulse 95.
It's the Morning Majlis. It's the Morning Majlis.
Hi everybody, good morning and welcome back to the program. I'm Ahmed Dawood with Abdul Karim Hanif and Rania Sadi, and we're talking the big headlines this morning. We've got some pretty major updates over the weekend on the state of the coronavirus outbreak around the world, some of the biggest surges noted and where they might be coming from. What are those countries doing about it? We'll be discussing those. Plus, it has been described as the largest security breach in social media history. The accounts of prominent individuals like Barack Obama, Joe Biden, and Kanye West had been compromised. We'll talk about why that happened. Twitter has issued a statement clarifying the situation on how the attack might occur or might have occurred. And we'll also discuss whether you might be vulnerable to having your information stolen in the same manner.
Guys, I want to ask you something. When was the last time you went out to the mall?
Just the other day.
Just the other day?
Yeah.
What about you, Abdul?
A few minutes ago.
Come on.
I drove past the mall.
No, like inside for shopping.
I'd say a few days ago. Maybe, just before the weekend. I didn't go over the weekend, but before the weekend I did.
There were any promotions?
There weren't any promotions, but there was. I did see some sporting shops being clearance, time for new season, or there were some offers, but not enticing enough for me to go on a shopping spree.
But you know what time it is right now, right?
It's just hot.
Summer.
It's Sharjah shopping promotions time.
Oh, there we go.
It comes every year. So now we're going to be witnessing, or the Emirate of Sharjah will be witnessing, up to 75% discounts throughout its outlets. And not only that, but also the Sharjah Chamber of Commerce and Industry just announced that Sharjah will witness a lot of attractive offers and raffles, weekly raffles, and prizes. We're talking about cars. We're talking about hotel accommodations. So much more that we're going to talk about. So I'm very looking forward to that.
Well, we're looking forward to a lot of things this morning, but it is I'm very sad.
Why?
To announce that one of my favorite items is now going to be retiring.
Oh, what?
What?
Which one?
The Boeing 747. Boeing 747 is going to be...
When you said item, I'm thinking like a chocolate or something.
No, it's an item. It's a product. It's a very good product. I'm asking people and listeners, when was the first time a Boeing 747 took off? Which year? Roughly which year do you think?
50s?
Potentially. Well, we're asking you that. If you know the answer, text lines are open 4215. Shout out to all of our aviation geeks out there. 747, which is now going to be retired by British Airways. We'll be talking about that later on in the program. But sadly, that's the situation. So a big question for all of you out there. Which year did they first fly in? And throughout the program, I'll be sharing some interesting...
70s, 80s.
Potentially. Well, stay tuned to Pulse 95. Did you know it takes 90 gallons of paint to paint a single Boeing 747? So just in case you decided to paint a 747 and you have spare time, it's 90.
I think about that often.
That's a useful fact.
It's a useful fact. Well, stay tuned to Pulse 95. Lots to get through. All we need is, at the moment, and everyone's got this at the back of their mind, is everyone needs some dollar.
Join the conversation with the Morning Majlis. Pulse 95.
Yep, join the conversation with the Morning Majlis. Big development that happened leading up to the weekend. A Twitter hacking incident, and a lot of people, and even Twitter themselves, said, look, we are now going to be silencing or muting some of our verified Twitter accounts until we investigate what has happened, what's been stolen, and what was going on. Mr. Ahmed Dawood, it was a big story that got everyone concerned. We even shared our own advice in terms of how to best secure your password. Apparently, password 123 is not the best of all passwords to keep, but something has happened in terms of what's been stolen.
Yes, indeed, Abdul Karim. And this hack of Twitter accounts affected a number of prominent users. Twitter issued a statement clarifying some of the details regarding this security breach that affected some users like Joe Biden, like Kanye West, Barack Obama, and Elon Musk's. Their accounts were taken over, and the hackers used their accounts to promote a Bitcoin scam, claiming that they could double people's money, asking people to send Bitcoins to a link, and of course, running away with that money. Now, Twitter officials in their statements said that the perpetrators downloaded personal data from up to 8 of the 130 compromised accounts in total. They did not say who those 8 accounts belonged to, but they did say that none of the accounts were verified. Reading their official statements, they said the attackers successfully manipulated a small number of employees and used their credentials to access Twitter's internal systems, including getting through our two-factor protections. And experts say that is, in fact, how they compromised the accounts. They used an internal admin tool that is used by Twitter employees to disable the two-factor protection. They then resetted the passwords belonging to those individuals. Twitter says it is investigating just exactly which Twitter employees went rogue and provided this information to the would-be attackers. As of now, they do not have any confirmation on who did it.
Yeah, in the world today, cyber security attacks, they happen every 39 seconds. 300,000 new malware is created every day. Our very own Facebook is actually attacked 100,000 times a day, and just very recently also, or not recently, maybe like the end of last year, maybe they had a massive security breach as well. And I checked online how many people searched for the phrase how to hack Instagram account. And a lot of people are looking for answers to this question. So a lot of people have that intention. So it is safe to say that we need to find ways to secure our social media accounts. And here on the Morning Majlis, we do have a couple of tips. First of all, and that's a no-brainer, you need to start with a really, really strong password, obviously. Another thing is that you need to know when to change your password. I'm not talking about once every day, obviously, but it should happen maybe once every month. And that has been said. Also, a note that you touched on, Ahmed, is the two-factor authentication. You talked about that last week as well. So look for that in every app you have as well. And another thing is that you need to keep your information offline. That means to avoid having your information snatched from under your nose, you should also sign out of your accounts when you're done using them. Even try not to copy-paste your password. That's another way. Another thing is try to create a unique email for social media accounts as well. And a very important thing that a lot of us we fall for is we need to think twice before we start clicking on shortened links, for example. Because sometimes we get links and everything, and then we click on it. We need to know the source. Don't do it fast. Think before you click any link that you get.
Absolutely, Rania. And when you go online, security isn't ironclad.
Yeah.
Every website is vulnerable in some way or another. We've seen it with Twitter, for instance. We have seen security breaches in other websites where passwords get leaked. So going online, because so much of our lives are online,
right,
with the knowledge that one day this could happen, and developing contingency plans based on that. So, for instance, if you have a Google Drive folder, back up your data, whether offline or on another file hosting website, and just keeping that in the back of your head that one day my data could be compromised, and being prepared for that ultimate possibility, because if it could happen to Kanye West, it can happen to you.
Definitely.
No, that's just... adding more worries to your already full list of worries. Because thinking, how am I going to get? Am I going to face traffic this morning?
Corona. I forgot my mask.
Your hand sanitizers, making sure that you're safe. Making sure that you're paying off your bills towards the end of the month as well. Now, got to worry about your password. And judging by the stats that Rania just shared with us, saying 100,000 times a day Facebook is attacked. That's roughly 4,200 per hour.
Yeah.
4,200 attacks per hour. So shout out to those keyboard heroes of Facebook that pretend to protect the app platform and the application, but really is worrying thing. And for me, how I've thought of it is I've realized is the more you get involved in the world of web, the more these cobwebs surround you. The way it is that initially I just kept on my social media platform. That's how much I'll use. Save passwords. You know how you save passwords in the browser. Then you started.
Do that, apparently.
Then you started saving your card in the browser on your account as well. But one thing I said is, I'll make sure that my credit limit on my card is very small. So if they were to steal my card,
it wouldn't be that much.
It wouldn't be that much. Even
Exactly.
though the people that try to sell me the credit card, they come up to me and say, "How much credit limit do you want?" I was like, 1,000 dirhams. They're like, "What?" I think that's it. It's like, "You sure?" You're the first customer. I'm like, "Yeah, 1,000's fine. A couple of popcorns a month. That's it. But yeah, apparently that's how it is. But yeah, we'll keep you posted. Let us know if you've got any of your own versions of heightened security. Then do get involved in the text lines 4215. We shall be returning with lots to discuss here on the Morning Majlis, particularly apart from one tech virus or one online virus to one natural virus that has been affecting all of us. Stay tuned to Pulse 95.
Pulse 95. Between local lines. Notes from the Emirate.
Hello and welcome back on to the Morning Majlis. Well, if you've been wanting to go on a shopping spree lately, especially here in Sharjah, well, this is the right time because now Ibrahim Rashid Al Jarwan, Director of Sharjah Chamber of Commerce and Industries, Department of Economic Relations, just revealed valuable offers and rewards within the special promotional campaign that we're used to having called Sharjah Shopping Promotions, indicating that commercial stores will offer discounts that ranges from 25% to 75%. And also the SCCIs will be offering as well 50% discount on participation fees for the shops in Sharjah, and the participation will be free for shops in the central and eastern region as well.
Yeah, big discounts here set to launch on July 22nd and to continue until August 21. So it extends over 31 days of discounts with the aim of boosting the retail sector, which has been heavily hit by the COVID-19 pandemic. And in a statement, the director of the Sharjah Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Department of Economic Relations, said that the Emirate of Sharjah will witness many attractive offers, and some weekly prizes are on offer as well, including some BMW cars, hotel vouchers, cash prizes, and other rewards for shoppers during their visit to the participating malls during this time.
Well, it is going to be amazing to see. 25 to 75% off. And one thing that I'm really looking forward to is weekly raffles. A chance to win BMW car. I'm a big fan of that. I'd love that. And hotel accommodations, cash prizes. And we're also seeing a number of different sales that will be taking place across most of the shops in the malls across this city. 22nd of July, it's when it's going to start, which is just 3 days away, and then until August 21. So 31-day shopping spree. If we were to ask you Rania, what would be on your shopping list now, given that it is the summer promotions that's going to start? What would you say?
Always and forever shoes.
Shoes. Nice.
Yeah, always.
I
Never get enough.
Electronics.
Electronics.
Get another game controller, see what I can do.
Another game controller. For me, would be sunshade, cast windscreen.
That's good.
I want one.
Oh.
If you've anyone out there that think that they can donate one, then do so, please. But yeah, we do we do need one. It's too hot. So whenever I park my car outside, it's difficult to even get back into.
You can wear it in the studio as well. They have too many lights around.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you never know. Well, let us know on the text lines 4215. Join us on the Morning Majlis. And if you are one of those, let's say, fashionista designers that are catching us live on YouTube and saying, okay, you need a bit of a wardrobe makeover. You need this. Rania doesn't need anything. It's fine. And then, please help us out. Text lines are open 4215. YouTube is streaming live. And if you've just decided to drive into your office and liken the conversation on the Morning Majlis, I don't blame you. It's always a great conversation. You can stream us live on pulse95radio.com. And if you want to catch your podcast, it is SoundCloud and Apple Podcast. And we're also searchable on Spotify. So if you go on the podcast, search for Morning Majlis on Spotify, you can always subscribe there, from there as well. Well, stay with us. Lots of musical entertainment to look forward to. And we shall be returning right after the news headlines with more discussions about World Emoji Day, which was celebrated over the weekend. This is the Morning Majlis only on Pulse 95.
Social Media Minute. Today's clickbait worth talking about.
Social Media Minute.
So you guys use emojis more than you use words? I know a lot of people that do that.
That's pretty extreme, but I happen to use some emojis quite a bit. You know people who use emojis more than words. I'm interested in hearing that.
I do. My nephew and my niece.
Amazing.
They never say anything. Like, literally, they send me everything in emojis. They don't have any sort of communication with me. Like, when they want something, they just send, like, if they want me to buy them chocolate, they send me chocolate.
Wow, that is incredible.
Or they just send me, like, to be more, like, explanatory, they send me, like, a picture. Besides, like, they don't use the word. They don't use words at all. It's just emojis all the way. And if they want to use words, they just use shortcuts, like TY, thank you, all that. So
that's fun. I like that.
I don't know. Well, the world celebrated World Emoji Day actually on Friday. And it's what emojis are for people that don't know. I mean, everybody knows, but it's those small cartoonish characters then now become they become a significant part of the way people communicate, obviously. And in line with that, Facebook, Google, and Apple, they actually announced new emoji updates in celebrating World Emoji Day.
Yeah, a lot of people have been just celebrating it in a number of ways. Some people even just had a conversation with just emojis on that day. I tried to use Bitmojis at times. Do you know Bitmojis?
Yeah.
But in terms of looking at the most used emojis across the globe, which one stands out? So far, based on stats that Facebook has compiled and other companies have compiled, it is the laughing emoji with two tears.
The one with the tears rolling down
Yes.
the eyes. I find it so annoying for some
find
reason.
But people are
annoying?
not really laughing. Like, I see a lot of people, like, sitting next to me and they send those emojis and they're like, and then sometimes I just try to, pick on them and I'm like, are you really laughing like that? You're not. Why are you making it seem like you are?
There's something so exaggerated about this emoji that makes it look almost sarcastic.
Right.
When you give a mild remark and somebody starts with the tears rolling down the cheeks, it's pretty exaggerated, I think. But it is super popular.
It is
I think it's
very
it is the
We
most
all use
popular
it.
emoji.
Yeah.
It is, as per the stats, and I've always found, I remember the days when emojis first came into being, or just you could put those two dots and then put the bracket.
I
and
still
it will,
do that.
and it will just pop up. It will either do it automatically or not. But I was looking at these stats saying 92% of people have used or regularly now use emojis in their messaging. I used to find it very strange when people used emojis in an email.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's professional for some reason.
Apart from being professional, just seemed
Sorry, but like,
odd.
I don't feel. But yeah, it's
It just
odd.
seemed
Because it
odd,
should be
but-
more formal than that.
Exactly. Well, but apparently nowadays the browsers they automatically move on to an emoji based on what you're doing. But yeah, any other emojis that come to your mind that you'd say you use the most?
I think my most used emoji is the heart emoji.
Oh,
There you go.
My most used emoji are with food. Anything with food related.
Food
So I'm always
related.
hungry.
That's pretty cool.
Food related. I'll have to go on my most recent tab and let's have a look. I won't be embarrassed at all. It's something to
Okay. Let's all look.
Doing it on the
phones.
spot right
do
here.
it on the
Yeah.
spot.
Live on the air.
With the timer. It's the flags.
Oh, goodness.
It's the flags and fire. So
It's me thanking people. You know the one that works for both prayer and thanks
Yeah.
at the same time.
Right. Yes, of course.
Yeah, I use that.
I got a bunch of hearts in there. Blue hearts, purple hearts, red
that
hearts.
tells a lot about our characters, guys.
Very good. That is amazing. So, well, stay with us on the Morning Majlis. We are gearing up for a very important occasion as well with the Mars Hope probe to look forward to. 22nd of July is when we have a Sharjah shopping promotion as well kicking off. And if you've been enjoying these conversations here on the Morning Majlis and would like to catch up with most of our discussions, we did mention this earlier that we are searchable on Spotify, and you can find us there, subscribe to it as well. So if that's the only platform you listen to podcasts on, then yeah, you can look for Morning Majlis there. But apart from that, SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts is where you can find us, and also streaming live on our YouTube platform. So do join us there, subscribe and share away, and join the Morning Majlis visually. We'll be right back after some musical entertainment. Stay tuned to Pulse 95.
Stay fit. Stay fit. Stay fit.
Hi, good morning, everybody. We're talking mixed martial arts here as this morning UFC Fight Night in Yas Island in Abu Dhabi, the titled Fight Island. The event has wrapped up and pretty big night of fights. Lots to go through this morning. For the flyweight title bout, it was between Benavides and Figueiredo for the vacant title, and Benavides lost to Figueiredo, the Brazilian. So there you have it. Pretty exciting fight. Figueiredo pretty dominant as well. And some of the fights have social media abuzz as well. One fighter, in fact, his name was Rafael Viziev, dodged a face kick by Mark Diakis as well. And the dodging of that is reminiscent of something out of The Matrix. So a lot of highlights and finishers as far as this event is concerned. But also somebody, Rania, from your home country has been making their rounds.
Yes, definitely. And his name is Amir Al-Bazi.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, now he has joined also the bandwagon.
Yeah, he dedicated his win on his UFC debut to his country of birth. He took the fight on short notice back in July 8th, which makes this pretty remarkable, as fighters typically they go to camp for months, take a long time to prepare. He took the fight on short notice. He was underdog, and he's got a pretty interesting story. He had to flee his country almost 2 decades ago, but it all came full circle as he defeated Malcolm Gordon at UFC Fight Night 2. And said he wanted to make the most of his time on the octagon. He said he wanted to give it his all, and he was ready to fight even a week from now, yet again, being praised for the heart that he had shown in this fight. And we're seeing a resurgence here in UFC events as more and more people begin discussing this and having it at the mainstream. We've got another event happening on Sunday, July 26th. It will be the last one in a series of events taking place in the capital, Abu Dhabi. One that is praised by the president of the UFC, Dana White, saying this was the perfect place to host these events, and the excitement for the sport here is palpable. This isn't just about brutal fighting, people going out there and kicking each other in the face. This is an art form. It's a beautiful art form, and that's what the fighters are here to exhibit.
They definitely are. And who else is out there to exhibit their sheer brilliance is something or a team that has elevated the mood of our own dear friend here and presenter and host of the halftime show, Omar Adouri, also Iraqi. Also,
Of course,
Nepal
yeah.
Iraqi.
Representing.
Yeah, exactly. Arsenal, after beating the champions Liverpool in the Premier League, have secured a spot in the FA Cup final. It appears that this trophy will have their names on it. Arsenal, it looks like one of the strongest teams to take over. They beat Manchester City to secure their spot in the finals. Now we have the other semi-final that is going to be taking place today is Manchester United versus Chelsea for that FA Cup semi-final to seal a spot in the final. Very, very strong teams are taking part now. We're into the final stages, and the grand final is going to be played very, very shortly and very soon as well. So we're seeing the end of the football season in a decent manner. When we at first at the start of the pandemic thought that maybe Liverpool might not even get a chance to lift the trophy or whatever's happening. But luckily, this is a big development that has taken place. But Arsenal are on a winning spree at the moment, and definitely Omar Adouri, shout out to you if you're tuning in. It is a very, very proud moment. And shout out to all football fans as well out there. And another big development that I am certainly very, very excited about, Rania, is you are aware of my favourite team, right?
No.
The team that I believe is the strongest team and the best team out there is Newcastle United, right?
Yeah.
And we are now going to be looking forward to seeing another of my favourite team to join.
Which one?
Leeds United.
Oh,
Leeds United are going to be back in the Premier League next season. So something definitely to look forward to. Leeds was my home for 3 years during my university days, so I have a strong connection to that city, and we're definitely looking forward to seeing Leeds United return.
Since we're talking about football, we also have to take the time out to congratulate Real Madrid.
What team is that?
And Zidane for winning the La Liga title. Actually, it was over the weekend. It was their 34th league title. So, just a proud moment for me.
Is that a team that wears the white jerseys?
Yes, they are.
Them lot. Okay. And then they beat some. I know Lionel Messi was quite worried about his team. Barcelona, because they had held the title for a number of years, and now he says that the team is in hot water. But yeah, apparently the team that wears the white t-shirts holds the branding of a major airline has just taken the trophy home. Well, what to do? Stay tuned.
Los Blancos all the way.
Los Blancos. Okay. Well, this is the Morning Majlis here on Pulse 95. And if you've missed the discussions, you can catch them. Ahmed Dawood, we've got a new revelation for you as well.
Yeah, we are on Spotify. So a lot of podcasting options for you, whether you're on SoundCloud, Apple Podcast, or Spotify. Just type in Morning Majlis in the search bar and tune in to highlights from the program should you have missed anything this morning.
And we shall be returning bright and early tomorrow morning. Sunday
Absolutely.
It is. Monday morning, we will be here to keep you posted, informed and updated throughout the day. Stay with us on Pulse 95. Lots of musical entertainment to look forward to, as well as our shows that will be returning back at 2 p.m. This is Pulse 95.
The heart of Sharjah. The heart. The heart of Sharjah. Pulse 95.